Last time on Danganronpa.
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints? It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say?
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
If I look at how the body was moved, it'd be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does it mean by that? I know exactly what he means by that. Exactly. Make your argument. Robo Justice costume.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Yep.
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
No, that's wrong.
We got it. We got it.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together, remember?
I'm blind as a bat here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Not to mention, you totally can't bend all the ways. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
So whoever was wearing the suit did not carry Taka's body.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
You can't see your feet.
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
Thanks, Jill.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Exactly. They put the suit. The suit. I was saying the body and the suit together. The suit was not made to be ergonomic or flexible or light. It was made to just look like a robot, clunky. It had no other design other than aesthetical design.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
It's difficult to get in and out of this thing. There's absolutely no chance that the costume was taken off. He was not strong enough. Can I take it off? Can take it off by himself? Yes.
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help?
Oh yeah, had a latch in the back. Why would you make something that can't take off by yourself?
How do you make this stupid freaking thing?
Then there's a clasp on the back that's keep you from getting off. Looks pretty sturdy, but I don't think you can get in on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
So the suit was designed for somebody else to put somebody into the suit.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hiro wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
Mm-hmm.
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hiro in the robot suit, correct?
Nope.
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Yeah, regarding that picture, Celeste. Why were you up? Why? Why was she up at 7, I think?
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice?
She is pushing it really hard.
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How'd you get hurt? Oh, that completely messed up his voice. A guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. That's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question.
Celeste is really pushing this really hard, and I don't like that.
The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second!
I don't want sec as well. Hey, sorry about that. I'm good.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
Should.
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Kyoko, best girl.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
I like which Kyoko is going with here.
What a pain in the ass!
It is, but we kind of have to do it.
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
True.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened.
It seems like Kyoko doesn't care that people don't know where she was.
I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone.
We woke up at 8 in the morning and we went to look at around 9, right? Or did we go to 8 or 9?
That was around 8 a.m.
We did go at 8 a.m. Okay, thank you, Sakura.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
She went to the 2nd floor.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
Hina found Celeste in the rec room? She did. She definitely did.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant.
I feel like maybe Celeste might be just bitter over the robot. That's why she's so hard-pressed on getting Hiro to be the murderer, because she was the one person attacked.
I know it was an hour, because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
Now, what was she doing in the rec room?
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library.
Yep.
He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving around the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the 2nd floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down to the hallway and disappeared.
and then...
Yeah. Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement.
Notice that the hammer is not bloody. That hammer over there is not bloody. And Hifumi's hair is also pointed upwards. The little point that he has, little point, it's still sticking up. Just saying.
I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
Another possible thumbnail. Oh my god, Junko. I am so sad that Junko did not survive until this part. I think she would have been an interesting character to get to know personally. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing.
There's a lot of events that happen here, which is why it tries to confuse us.
Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies.
Which is really interesting part of this case. It's like you gotta kind of follow the events here in order to figure out what the hell happened, because it's a lot of floor bouncing up and down.
And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
Kyoko knows what I'm talking about. Kyoko knows exactly what I'm talking about.
It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation.
Oh! Oh! So somebody murdered Taka, and then somebody else murdered Hifumi separately. Oh my god, Kyoko, best girl. Oh my god, I haven't even thought of that possibility.
And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradiction hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find him no matter what. Oh god, once again. Just be very careful here, make your argument. Monokuma file number 3.
So,
Let's check on Monokuma file number 3. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was blow to the head. They thought they were both killed with a similar weapon.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Shit.
what makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
I just realized why the hammer was cleaned. The hammer in the art room in the repository, I realized why it was cleaned. Oh my god. Alright, this is... I know what to do now.
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
We don't know what order. Never mind. Schema like that?
Shoot!
What do I need to do here? Shit.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What
Did he?
makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
These Justice Hammers were numbered, but would they really use it in that order?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
There you go.
No, that's wrong.
I knew there was something off here. I knew it.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
Exactly.
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. There's something that relates to what time he must have died. 6 a.m., 6 a.m., 6 a.m. Hangman's Gambit. Wristwatch. Watch. Wrist. Watch. CH. There we go.
Now I understand.
We got it. Difficult, but got it.
I've got it. Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night...
I just realized something. Kyoko just got me to realize something. Taka's watch was found... Taka's watch was found stopped at 6 o'clock, yet Celeste saw Hifumi at 7. Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stated pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all little boys and girls.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the...
Oh, my bad, my that one. Ordered the events because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size.
To try to throw us off.
That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Yeah. Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. Oh, I completely forgot that it was him. I didn't need to do the voice properly. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body. That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
I don't think so, Yasuhiro.
If that's true, where's the tape?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And
Yep.
then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Exactly.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Nope.
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
Yep.
Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
Hiro was in a locker though, he was passed out.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how.
How they were killed? Well,
In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
kind of goes back to me. Maybe it wasn't dead.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
We could not have been gone. We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. So that the killer was able to get in a movie from his body in short amount of time? It would seem so.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it.
The only person who could move Hifumi's body, though, think about it, is Hifumi. Hence, he's able to walk around.
But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
Kyoko, please tell me my theory is correct.
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
Kyoko best girl. Hashtag Kyoko best girl. Oh my god. See? I knew I was gonna be right here. I hope that we're correct in this theory that it was... Would he technically be dead? Huh. I'm still gonna have to think about this for a little bit. But anyway, Kyoko is on our track. We got this right. It was Hifumi moving himself.
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another... ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
The idea that Hifumi was still alive. Is it really possible? Next time on DanganRonpa.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Sam Rio. Welcome to Hello, what have we got here? Hello ladies, how's it going? Breasts as a treasure of humanity. I kinda wanna say you could dress better.